President Rodrigo Duterte says the Philippines is determined to complete the framework of guidelines that will govern Beijing and the Southeast Asian region's approach to the disputed South China Sea. This after saying he can't stop Beijing from building structures in the South China Sea. Duterte, during his Thailand visit, emphasizes the importance of peace in the South China Sea. He says, quote, "We recognize too that respect for freedom of navigation and overflight is in the interest of all countries within and outside the region." Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha also expresses his support for the South China Sea dispute to be resolved through international law. Duterte's statements about the South China Sea come only 2 days after he said he could do nothing to stop China from building a monitoring station in Scarborough Shoal, which is within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. Former Solicitor General Florin Hilbay on Tuesday suggests that the Supreme Court ask Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales to submit her comment on the jurisdiction issue on the case of detained Senator Leila de Lima. This after SC Associate Judge Mariano del Castillo said Morales did not, at any stage of the panel investigation of the Department of Justice, invoke her jurisdiction and ask the DOJ to transfer the de Lima cases to her office. Del Castillo says, quote, "The SC ruling on Honasan versus DOJ panel is very clear that at any stage of the proceeding, the Ombudsman can take over the case." Hilbay says they had filed a motion before the DOJ to refer the cases to the Ombudsman, but to no avail. The former Solicitor General repeatedly insisted that the investigation of de Lima was irregular because DOJ prosecutors conducted the probe instead of Ombudsman prosecutors who have jurisdiction over the senator. United States President Donald Trump warns House Republicans not to oppose his healthcare reforms in a key vote this week. Trump says Republican lawmakers could lose their legislative control of Congress if they do not vote to repeal and replace Obamacare this Thursday. For years, Republicans have promised to overturn Obama's healthcare reform, describing it as government overreach, but some lawmakers have balked at their own party's replacement plan. The stakes are also high for Trump himself, with the failure calling his political clout into question as well as his legislative agenda. Trump earlier said that tax reform, a goal of many Republicans, and reforming trade pacts depend on getting healthcare reform done. Victory would be a major boost for Trump's credibility, proving he can translate deal-making in business into deal-making in government.